So I'm gonna test out how the stream works on YouTube. And the moment, let us see it. So it's starting. Seems to be starting. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so I'm gonna go through just what happened to our. So let me start with thing that I posted. So Bitcoin, my buy zone, bulls take care here. So hold on. Here we go. So last time I talked about, we were over here at the top and we were at this massive resistance. Over here, supply zone 0.5 fibs. And we said we need to be careful, right? Because we also broke down out of the RSI. So what happened, right? What happened? We actually did come down and I set up my buy zone over here. Unfortunately, the buy zone did not, it didn't reach my buy zone and it actually almost double bottomed over here and then it bounced. So if we load this up, let's load the bars. You can see here it came down pretty much double bottomed and boom, had a massive bounce here. So my buy zone didn't drop down, so I didn't buy. So let's see what's happening now. Let's see what happened. Why? I'll put the drawings up here. So as you can see, we were up in this rising wedge, and then we broke down, but we didn't have a lot of follow through. So this gives us a good hint actually, because now we know that bulls are strong and bears are weak, right? Because if this was a bear market, then this rising wedge would have had a follow through. It would have at least went down to here, right? If not lower. But now, because the bulls bought the dip straight away on a higher volume or higher or equal volume than the bear volume here, and bounced, we know that the bulls are stronger than the bears, and we didn't even break the daily uptrend, right? Look, the daily high low here, we double bottomed and then we bull break to a higher high, and we're back inside the wedge right now. So another thing that we talked about is this support resistance here on the RSI, and we didn't even reach it, right? We didn't reach it, but now we're still forming this triangle. Let's see if we're gonna reject here, right? We're still forming daily lower highs on the RSI, so it's still a bearish divergence, and that's why bearish divergence, you can't really go alone by bearish divergence. You can have bearish divergence for a long time and you can still set higher highs, right? Like for example, I think there's one over here. Look, there's a kind of bearish divergence. You get the tops here, right? You get the tops here. You get the bearish divergence, and let's have a look what happened to the price, right? Look, you got the high here, you got the first double top, the price still go up. You got another triple top now. What did the price do? The price corrected and still went to high, right? And then it dropped down and it set a lower high here, but it didn't correct a lot, right? It didn't correct a lot, and then it just it went back up to a much higher high and still set a lower high than here, so it's still bearish divergence, right? But the price just kept going up and up and up. So this is, in this scenario, you know that the bulls are much stronger than the bears, even though there's a bearish divergence. We're still going up. So same thing can happen here, right? Same thing can happen here. So we gotta watch out. So what happened, right? We were thinking that we're gonna correct here. We did correct, we went down how much? We went down almost 10%. We didn't go down to this 12% level, which means there was a lot of buyers here, right? There's probably a lot of people expecting to buy here. That's why I didn't get down there, because this is such an such a clear zone, right? It goes all the way up to here. There's action there. There's action here. There's action here. So there was too many buyers, and it was front run by a lot, right? It was front run by like 3%. It's not that much, to be honest. So, and we did not set a lower low. So we're not. If we look on the weekly, we sorry, that's the monthly. We're still very correct, as you say. On the weekly, there's the wick here, the wick that went down, but we're still going up. So we still need to find our high low somewhere. But when, see, we thought maybe it's gonna happen here, but no, it didn't, right? We went up and we went to high. So what clues did we have, right? We had some really good clues here that we were gonna bounce, because look, we started forming this this falling wedge here, right? If you look at this one, I drew it on the hourly. We formed this falling wedge, and then we basically broke out. We broke out of the falling wedge. And if I go back on the 4 hour, you broke out on an increasing volume, right? So if you go on the 4 hour, what you can do, you can also, if you still have this wedge here, and you got double confirmation, right? You also got kind of a wedge on the 4 hour RSI. It's not really super clear, and it would be a bit harder to draw as it forms, because it's not exactly, these tops don't exactly touch. But for me, it's good enough. It looks like it's in the shape of a wedge right here, of a wedge. It's getting tighter down the bottom, right? This wedge here. So I was looking at it as it was happening. I didn't take a trade because I'm waiting for this buy zone, so I don't, actually I do need to improve my game on bullish charts, because it broke out of the rising wedge here, and there's no follow through, and it happens all the time in bull markets. So when there's no follow through, it means you're in a bull market, and you should be, every dip is for buying pretty much. But anyway, so that's what happened. We set a high. So what's going to happen now, right? What's going to happen now? We still, if you go back to daily, we are now forming a this kind of a triangle. We still got the bearish divergence happening. So we still need the weekly high low. We still need the weekly high low, and until we get a weekly high low, I'm not going in heavy. I'm not gonna commit any amount of money for extra. I already have runners, Bitcoin and Ethereum, but for a trade, for like a swing trade, I need a weekly high low. I need something, so yeah, I mean that's basically what's happened. And now what's going to happen is we are still kind of in this zone here, right? We're still in this zone. This is still a high volume area right here. High volume area right here. If we now stay around here for a while and then break up, we're gonna reach a low volume level here. So we will it's gonna be good, and then we will also break out of this triangle if we do with some volume. Then it's gonna go, also we're gonna go about 50k, which is a big psychological number. So I mean what we need to do now is also we can adjust this one, and to be honest, it's still a wedge, right? it's still a wedge. It's still a rising wedge here. So we're gonna break out of this rising wedge now and set a weekly high low. And also, I guess we gotta keep a note that the S&P 500 helped out as well. You can see that S&P 500 dip got bought as well. The Fed has said that we're gonna do some tapering. We're gonna, but the market don't care. They set another weekly high low, still holding the weekly 8 EMA, and boom, we bounced, we closed. We're gonna open up on Monday again. So nobody believes. People basically, the market doesn't believe that the Fed is gonna stop printing money. Like I think that's the main thing. Look at this volume here. They bought the dip. The dip got bought massively. That's it. We're likely going to high here with a volume like this, buying at the dip. So nobody believes the Fed that they're gonna stop, like that they're gonna be tapering, whatever that means. If the market, if anything goes wrong, pear-shaped, they will print. They will print. So anyway, we're still watching. We're watching this triangle now. We're watching this rising wedge now. We're watching the 50K zone. We're watching this low volume node over here. If we can poke over here. But basically, it's it's not tradable at the moment here. Like the entry was over here, right? This was the entry. The entry was over here when the bears got trapped, and also on the breakout there was two entries that was really good. You could have tried to enter here on the first daily high low as well. That was a good entry, but I think here is a bit too much risk, right? We need to clear this zone. We need to clear the 50K. So if we break the 50K, we go up to, let's say, 55, and then we get rejected, and then we come back and retest 50K and start bouncing or start consolidating. Then you can start entering here and expecting all-time high. But at the moment it's just we need to slice through it, because there's still rising wedge happening, and there's if we do break down, if we get rejected, this zone is going to be our new support our new support area over here. So anyways, how does Ethereum look like? So Ethereum didn't break to new high, high. It's just kind of at a lower high still. So Bitcoin must be gaining a little bit against Ethereum. You can see Ethereum. This is Ethereum versus Bitcoin. You can see it dropped a little bit here. It got rejected from the golden pocket. It dropped here between the 0382 and 0618. So the bulls, the Ethereum bulls, they want this one to hold here and then be like a bull flag, basically. Like a bull flag here holding the ATMA, if they can break through. So yeah, I mean, that's all. Just keep it short and simple. Let's see what's gonna happen.